Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Chinatown Detective Agency. And in the last episode, guys, Amira found herself in some very hot water with the SPF over the borrowing of the cuneiform tablet from the morgue, which was pretty much the key piece of evidence that allowed us to start getting into this kind of layered puzzle. And you can see what Amira's talking about right there. An elusive titan of tech, a mysterious code, a manhunt. A lot is going on, and that cuneiform was kind of the key that set it all in motion. So we need to decide where we're going to go from here. Let's see. I could feel the case squirming under my gaze, like an errant microbe through a microscope. I was close to cracking it wide open. Oh, we got Justin and an unknown caller. Alright, let's do this one first. Justin, spoke to Khan. Good work with Danton's transmission. Looks like I was wrong about Letitia. Might have a lead on that code too. Call me when you're ready. Unknown caller. Dharma, don't think we forgot about you. Hope you're keeping your nose clean. We're watching. Bat. Lovely. This SPF thing is getting serious. But I can't think about that now. I have to concentrate on Danton. Yes, we do. What do we got to do here? Ring Justin. Alright, well, before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and check. I know we don't have the alert there, but I get paranoid about these kinds of things. Is Letitia? She actually in her office? Yes, she is. Hello. And she does not want to talk. Fine. Be that way. Let's go ahead and call Justin in here.
How are you holding up, kiddo?
Like a picture frame minus a few screws. What have you got for me, old man?
I was looking at your Danton code, and it hit me. I think I know what it is.
Passcode, coordinates, and cipher. So when I looked over the letters that we got from that, the numbers and letters, I noticed the only letters was N and E, which that gives me the vibe that it's coordinates, and you guys confirmed it in the comments as well. So let's go ahead and go with that.
Coordinates?
Bingo! Came to me while I was looking at an old human trafficking case. Figure out where they lead.
And that's where I'll find Danton. What would I do without you, Justin?
You'll do just fine.
Yeah, doubtful.
I know I said I couldn't, but it looks like you'll need bus fare for this one. Sending some your way.
Justin.
Go get him, kid. Bring this one home.
Justin's a good egg. Broken chains. That has ominous AI implications. So Danton's employees hacked his transmission, laced it with his whereabouts, and released it on the dark web. A final fuck you to their abusive boss. That was the kind of revolution I could get behind. Now to crack the coordinates and find Danton. Now I have got... I guess we need to grab my spiral notebook here. Find out where the coordinates lead and travel there. So... oh, excellent. So I would say 352 north. 1014143 east. Like, I'm familiar with longitude and latitude, but not exactly how the numbers go. So let's go ahead and do this. How to read longitude and latitude. From sciencing.com. Oh, they have a too long didn't read section. Excellent. Latitude and longitude are broken into degrees, minutes, seconds, and directions, starting with latitude. For instance, an area with coordinates marked 41 degrees, 56, apostrophe, and 54.3732, quotation, north, 87 degrees, 39, would read as 41 degrees, 56 minutes, 54... Okay. So let me see here. So degrees, minutes, seconds, and directions. So that would be, what, 3 degrees, 5 minutes, and 2 seconds? And then for the other one, I've got a different combo. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this. Let's put in 3 degrees, 5 apostrophe, I think that's an apostrophe, 2 quotation for the seconds, north. And then maybe that's a lot of numbers. Let's go 101, maybe? 41, and then 43 seconds east. Discover coordinates or search by latitude and longitude. Okay, well, thanks. Appreciate that, Google. Let's put that on Google Maps then, what I just typed. I can't put degrees easily on the keyboard, so we're just going to go with this. 5 minutes. 2 seconds. North. And then 101 degrees. 41. Actually, that makes sense. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it does it in increments of 60, the minutes and seconds. 41. And then 43. Quotations east. And go. Okay, I see a map of Singapore. Malaysia. I'm seeing Putrajaya? Selangor? Could it be? It wouldn't be in Singapore. Hold on. Is this like an actual big city? Selangor is a state on the west coast of peninsular Malaysia, encircling the capital Kuala Lumpur. Oh. All right. So maybe that's the right spot. I know we have Kuala Lumpur. I'm saying koala, not koala. It's I know we do have that here, so that's like right next door. Do we have any flights? 17:35. And we did get some bus fare from Justin, so that's nice. Let's see if that is the right call. I think we're in time for our flight, or we will be here in about 20 seconds. That's kind of clever, to be close but far away at the same time. 45. That's a very short flight. Oh. It was too much of a coincidence. The figures were the exact coordinates of the DAS factory in Kuala Lumpur. Danton was here. I could feel it. Thank you, Google, for teaching me about longitude and latitude today. Board flight. Papa Big Time Burger. Okay. DAS factory. It starts to get yellow and very apocalypse now. Let's go to Papa Big Time Burger. I'm more curious about what that is.
Always had a soft spot for places like this. The borderline edible food, the crusty regulars ensconced in their booths, and cashiers waiting out the clock.
It is kind of nostalgic, isn't it? Looks like a Five Guys. So what do we have to... Ooh.
Most fast food joints were automated these days. Only the truly old school, or truly downtrodden, kept the human staff. Coverage of the international strikes wobbles faintly from the ancient set, tinted blue by fading circuitry.
One thing that I actually wanted to do here... See, that's so weird. It gave us the option to save the game in the middle of a case, but we don't seem to have that anymore. I want to raise the voices just a little bit. There we go.
A seemingly endless list of burger specials. Farewell, my parsley, with parsley fries.
Huh. Paradise Diller with dill pickle, telling fries. Vegan burger with curly fries. The Big Sheep, lamb burger. LA Confident Shallot. Very Hush Hush. Return of the Okra. These are all like detective stories. Femme Feta with feta cheese. The Black Dahlia. Or maybe, you know what I mean, that kind of noir style. Doug Walker?
Now, without further ado, this is what you need to know about... Wait, what was I talking about?
What are you drinking? Oh, whoops. Same thing? What's your name? I tell you mine, but being called a mistake by my folks all my life kind of makes it hard for me to remember sometimes. Oh, I'm very sorry. Looks like you were having a cold one. Alright, nothing in here yet. This could be like a nice little Easter egg location. Now we'll go to the DAS factory. And it's nighttime. And there's a bunch of gun-wielding drones patrolling.
Laetitia, you there?
Amira! Oh yes, you said something about running a... what was it now? An op?
You forgot, didn't you? Laetitia, are you at a bar?
I swear, I've only had a few. Bottles?
It's fine. I have my computer right here and I'm ready to provide support. No, thank you. Just a glass of water, please.
Okay. First step, get inside.
What's that? Nothing. I'm just talking to myself.
You do this often?
Yep. And I recommend you get used to it because I do it a lot. Noted. I'm here if you need me.
Whoa, okay, predator vision. Whoa. I'm moving like on autopilot here. Please don't stop me, security guard.
About as protective as a rubber pin to a corkboard. This thing is purely for show.
Yeah, but I bet.
As solid as wet crate paper. A sharp push would get you through and onto factory grounds. Of course, then you'd have the drones to deal with.
So the drones are the real line of defense here. Welcome to Danton Aeronautical Solutions. No, Mr. Danton does not have further comments on the strike action nor the theft of his intellectual property. Thank you.
So he is here. Bingo. I'm not a journalist. Amira Dharma, Chinatown Detective Agency. I'd like to talk with Monsieur Danton in connection with a case.
Well, that's new. Still, he's not taking visitors, and as the last remaining human employee of DAS, I'd like to formally ask you to beat it while I look longingly at my former co-workers fighting the good fight.
You haven't joined the strikes?
Let's just say Monsieur Danton had a sudden surplus of employee pay packets lying around and only one remaining avenue to direct them. Also, maybe I'm the guy on the inside. Wouldn't that be damn brilliant?
How long has Danton been here?
Look, lady, I just opened the gate. I mean, not for you I don't, but I don't know anything about Monsieur Danton's movements. Although he's been sleeping here for about a year already. Wow.
I'm sure there's some way we could come to an agreement here. I just want to talk to him. No funny business. No secret tapes appearing on the 10 o'clock news.
This crossword's a doozy.
Sorry?
Not much to keep a guy distracted around here, except this crossword. Sure would be a shame if I finished it and had to, well, I don't know, leave my post for exactly 10 minutes to go get a new one.
I see.
Now it's just this last one that I can't figure out is all. Can't wrap my head around it. 10 across. 2 words, 7 and 7. First word ends in U, second starts with M. Famous hotel on Sunset Boulevard, featured in many works of noir and detective fiction. Oh, what is that place called? Oh my god. It sounds French. I remember that. Okay, hold on. Gotta look that up. I'm gonna kick myself when I read it. Okay, famous Sunset Boulevard Hotel. Boulevard, not Boulevard. Hollywood, Beverly Hills. It's trying to get me to... Good lord, $823 a night? There it is. The Chateau Marmont. And first word ends in U. Yep, that is it. World's grim as it is without reading some made-up murders. Or about some made-up murders.
Who knows? Maybe someone will come along and help you out?
That'd be a first. But, you come up with any ideas, you let me know. Okay. So, what do we got here? Solve the guard's puzzle to gain access to Danton. You had any thoughts on that crossword? Okay, let me look that up again. I'm always afraid I'm going to misspell chateau. To Marmont. Or Marmot, whatever, however it's pronounced. Haha! Look at that! Nothing more beautiful than a completed crossword. Guess I, gotta go find myself another. This level of engagement and general aptitude to working life needs constant stimulation. See you around, Miss P.I. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
And they said professionalism was dead.
Oh, and we got our way in. Can't look at anything there. And we did get shot up by the drones. Holy crap, that looks nightmarish.
Stop right there!
Pierre Danton.
I don't know how you got in, but one word, and these drones will rip you to shreds.
Or Danton.
Whoa, whoa. Easy.
Who are you?
My name is Dama. Amira Dama. Chinatown Detective Agency.
And I'm supposed to know what that is.
I'm a PI, Mr. Danton, from Singapore.
You're with the police?
No, I'm private. I just need 5 minutes of your time. Please.
How did you get in here? In fact, how did you even find me?
The drones. There's Morse code embedded in their master comm signals.
Oh, he's not gonna like that.
The coordinates to this factory.
Goddamn fucking union cheats. I knew they would take out their inadequacies on me.
Told you. This guy has some Steve Jobs energy to him.
I'm not here on behalf of any workers. I need to talk about a colleague of yours. Megha Pandey. How?
Wait. I am not going to answer any questions. You found me. I don't owe you any answers, Amanda.
Can't even remember a name right off the bat. Who are you, me?
Amira.
I don't give a fuck. You've got 20 seconds to get the fuck off my property before I let my boys take you for a ride.
Punch him, please.
What the Are you wired?
That's right, Mr. Danton. My colleagues are recording everything we say.
Oh, was I supposed to be recording this?
Now either answer some simple questions, or I'll send everything we've got to the head of the Coalition of United Unions himself.
Playing a dangerous
game here. I don't owe
here.
you anything. Anything. Ask, and we'll see how generous I'm feeling.
Do you know she died recently? Murdered, in fact.
Yes.
Oh, he did know.
No thoughts on that?
No.
How did you know Pandey?
We worked together once. That's it? What more do you want?
He's definitely hiding something.
She was involved in a fire. A fire started intentionally by drones.
Are you accusing me of something?
You have to admit there's a connection.
I don't have to admit anything. There are a lot of drone companies, Amanda. And we don't operate in Singapore. Yet.
I don't want that expansion. And we have ran out of options.
Okay, that's enough. Look, Amanda, or Amira, or whatever the hell your name is. There are two kinds of people in this world. Andals and cogs.
You're about to monologue, aren't you? Here we go. See, Letitia and me are on the same page here.
I am a handle. A guy who pushes things forward. I took industrial drones, and I turned them into delivery boys. Look at the effect we had in Hanoi, Bali.
I own the logistics there. You want your business to survive? You go through me.
Didn't the gig economy in Hanoi collapse? Thousands out of work?
I freed those people. Who wants to be a delivery man? No one. It's not my problem if they choose to do nothing with their newfound opportunities.
Oh, can we please punch him? Maybe more.
I am a handle, and you're a cog, ticking and talking while someone else pushes you along.
To be fair, we have only shot one person in this game.
Get out of my factory, you fucking cog.
Can we please make it two?
I've got to get back to changing the world.
I'm going to puke.
What?
Nothing. Thank you for your time.
Well, that didn't work out. Game recognizes game, Amira. That man was lying out of his arse about Pandey. I need to get out of here before he goes through with his threat. We learned something at least. Pierre Danton is a dangerous man.
A man with something to hide. So what do we do? Oh. Another sender. Let me guess. He blew you off. Who is this? A friend. A friend who can get you inside DAS. Straight to the good stuff. Stuff that says he knows more than he's willing or he's telling about your friend Pandy. Who is this? And Christian Bale screamed. Meet me tonight. The local 24-hour burger joint at Bangsar. 7 p.m. Don't be late. Wait, it's 7 p.m. right now. Hold on. Okay. Is someone here? Hi. You're new. You? Me. Want to scream into the whole place? Sit down. Order something. I'm glad we made it in time. Welcome to Papa Big Time Burger. Please select your order. We'll get today's noir-based special. Okay. Now we're blending in. You sent me those messages? No, it was Sang Kinsil. Of course it was me. I guess I was a little too subtle back at the factory. I'm with the CUU. You're working for the strikers? With, not for. United together and all that jazz. We needed someone on the inside to track that fucker's movements. I drew the short straw. It was a do-nothing assignment until you showed up. And let me guess, the place is wired? To the teeth. The factory is more listening device than production line at this point. So I know why you were there. Did a little digging. Came up with those flaming sword firebombing headlines. Do you think Danton could be capable of killing an ex-coworker? Oh, 100%. Guy's wound up so tight a tap on the shoulder would see him gunning down half of KL. Weird thing was it didn't have anything to do with the CUU. No one knew why he'd gotten so messed up. Guess I solved that mystery. You said you could get me inside? I said I could help you get inside. But sister, nothing's free in this world anymore. What do you want? Dirt. Anything you get, we want hands on. Deal. Well, I'm good at this espionage shit. Missed my calling. He may be living out of his office, but he hasn't missed a step when it comes to securing the place. Apart from you. Apart from me. But with this face, who could blame him? The point is, about 2 weeks back, he leaves his office unlocked, and I find this. Version M3 UKWB rotor kill switch? Most of the security I got access to. Alarms, motion sensors, no problemo. But the drones themselves? Danton doesn't give just anyone access to those puppies. But with the kill switch, you can knock them out, and the place is yours. What about the rest of this? Well, that's the rub. The kill switch is encoded by some sort of cipher. I reckon the rest of this is instruction on how to decode it. Hold on, I want to check something. Okay, still can't save. I am but a simple fake security guard. This shit ain't in my repertoire. Figured it might be in yours. Okay. Decode the kill switch and you'll let me into Danton's office. You take a look around, grab a copy of any dirt, and send it my way. I get out of this dead-end assignment and back on the picket line throwing rocks at billionaires. And there's nothing else you can tell me about the cipher? Well, here's a little tip. Danton's a World War II nut. Obsessed with it.
Calls it the last crucible of human greatness or some bullshit. DAS is like a fantasy land for his type. The latest model of drone, named the De Gaulle. Last marketing drive, Operation Market Garden. It's not much to go on, but I'd bet that cipher has something to do with the war.
Thank you. Really.
Well, thank the international spirit of worker solidarity, Detective. Call me when you have the kill switch, and we'll see what trouble we can get into. And, don't worry about your order. I got room in here for 2 meals. Well, that was handy.
An international socialist uprising, a billionaire suspect, and a World War II cipher. The places this job takes me. The answer lay somewhere in that note. I should start there.
Alright, guys. Well, call Mating for help, decode the kill switch, and call Das Guard. I want to say Das Guard, DAS Guard. Kill switch instructions. When I see M3, I think of the M3 tank. I'm not sure about the rest of it. But this is a perfect place, I think, to go ahead and end the episode. We get back, we'll see what we can do about deciphering, and see where the story goes from there. I'm sure Danton will be so pleased. But if you guys like the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.